Sup world, peace to my niggas once again. Alright, so real quick, want to continue this crash course on astrology for those that are not hip and not really familiar with astrology. Just want to give you the most important tools, pretty much. Alright, so today I want to talk about the modalities. Alright, so that'll be your the three major modalities that the signs fall under, being your cardinal, your fixed, and your mutable signs. Alright. So let's start off with the cardinal signs, and the signs that fall under the cardinal is your Aries, fire signs, your Cancer, the water signs, the Libra for the air signs, the Capricorn for the earth signs. All right. So what these signs are all about is pretty much initiating new ways of doing things and bringing forth change. All right. So they pretty much like to make moves. They like to be the first to do things and act on things, and that's the positive side. On the negative side, they could be very hard-headed. All right, so let's briefly go talk about the Aries real quick. That's the fire. So as fire signs, what they like to do is pretty much new ways of doing things that they see or envision. So they like to make moves on ideas that pop in their head, and the visions they have on and like the visions they have and carry that they're passionate about. All right, so whatever they see or great ideas that they like to have, they like to act on it. All right, they don't spend time thinking about it. They like to make moves on it. All right, so let's go to the Cancer. Cancer being a water sign, they are more emotional people, so they like to act on their emotions. All right, so they like these are people that wear their emotions on their sleeves. So whatever state of emotions they're in a particular time or environment, that's what they act on, however they feel. So that's what the Cancers, they act on emotions. All right, and Libra being an air sign, what they do is they make moves and initiate new ways of doing things through communication. All right, so what they like to do is like to bounce ideas around, talk to people, come to a fair judgment in things, and they just like to pretty much use their best form of communication and bring forth ideas and bring forth ways to do things. All right, so they're with initiating and making moves through communication. All right, so let's go to the earth sign being Capricorn. Of course, with the earth signs, they like to bring things into reality. So they're gonna create new ways of doing things and bringing forward change by having some type of a plan or a procedure or any type of blueprint. All right, they like to know what they're about to do, to see it, to bring it to reality before doing it. All right, so whatever they're about to do has to make sense, and they have to have a sketch or some type of procedure of exactly how it's done, because they want to see it come to life. All right, so that will be all cardinal signs, and that's how that's their main personalities and how they act on things. All right, so let's go to the fixed signs. All right, what fixed signs they like to do is they like to carry the weight of things. They think they're like to be fixated in things, solidified in things. All right, so they pay attention, put a lot of attention to things they really care about. All right, so yeah, like I said, they're very solid people. On the negative side, they could be very stubborn because they're fixated in things. All right, so let's start off with the Tauruses. Being an earth sign, Taurus, they like to do things step by step, slow and steady. Down anything they do, they'll put a lot of thought in. All right, so they like to see things grow. Like for example, like planting a seed. They like to go they, they like take time with things and watch the process, so it can come to life. Pretty much, they want to take their time with things and just be patient and steady with it, because they know something good is gonna come out of it. So with Tauruses, they don't rush things. They like to bring things into reality by just taking time with it, being patient with it, and just taking the necessary steps to bringing it to life, pretty much. All right, so let's go to Leo being a fire sign. How they are fixated in things is things that they're passionate about. They like to bring it light to, they like to bring attention to, because them being a fire sign is about what they see, and whatever they're passionate about or whatever they're fixated in, they want to bring as much attention to it as possible. So just just figuring out ways to um, have it put the spotlight on things, and just watch it glow, and have all the attention come to it. Is how they like to do things they're passionate about. All right, so let's go to the Scorpios, being a water sign, the emotional sign. All right, these people, like other water signs, they want to things they're fixated on, passionate about. They want to act on it, or make or do do care about it if they're deeply emotionally involved with it. All right, so if there's not something that they're emotionally passionate about, you could bet that they will not put their all into it. All right, so these are people that only put their all in things they're deeply and emotionally connected to. All right, so um, you know they you know like other water signs, they do have their mood swings. So just it has to be something they're really emotionally connected to, pretty much, or they're not gonna give it their all. All right, so let's go to the Aquarius, is your air sign. How they treat things they are fixated in. It's pretty much rounding up the troops. All right, so they're good with group communication. They're good with talking to everybody in a fair manner, in the same way, pretty much. So they know how to get the best out of everybody through their communication towards what they're passionate about, what they're fixated in. All right, so they're good with their words, and getting their point across to people. All right, so big groups of people. All right, so they could all join whatever they have in mind, or whatever they're fixated in. All right, so that will be your fixed signs, the stubborn signs. These are really solid people, and that is how they go about doing things they are fixated in. All right, so your mutable signs. All right, so these are your signs that are adaptable people, very flexible. On the positive side or negative side, they could be very flaky people. All right, so change their mind on things, and yeah. So let's start off with the Geminis. The air sign for the Geminis. They're communicative people as well. So how they go about coming to like broad conclusions and things is just by talking to everybody, getting everybody's point of view, having a good understanding of how everybody feels, and just pretty much going with where they see makes the most logical sense to them. All right, so they will pretty much get bounce ideas around, like like other air signs, but they will just at the end of the day, they will do what makes the most sense to them. All right, so that's how they go about being mutable and getting across, um, getting to their broad conclusion of things, just by speaking to the most people, and um, having the most ideas shared around. All right. So let's move to the Virgos, your earth sign. All right. So what the Virgos do is like to bring they come to broad conclusions by just seeing the final results of it, and being very detail oriented, seeing what worked and what didn't work, and just breaking things down. All right, like the earth sign, they want to see things in reality, make sure that things make sense to them. So they look at the final results of things and see what makes the most sense, and see what will work out the best. All right, because they're realistic people, and everything has to make sense and work out for the best for them. All right, so that's how the Virgos, the earth sign, go about coming to their broad conclusions. All right, so your Sagittarius, being your fire sign, they're very adaptable, and come to broad conclusions by getting the bringing wisdom to things. All right, so they want to they want to understand things from a higher perspective. All right, they want to know what they want to look at things from a deeper level, some things that other people at a level that most people aren't looking at. All right, so that's how they come to conclusions, by just looking at things, and from a higher perspective, with more wisdom and knowledge, and seeing how they could, and that's pretty much how they come to conclusions, just looking at things from with more wisdom, um, more understanding, more knowledge that most people wouldn't think about. All right, so that's how the Sagittarius work. They could be very spiritual people, and that's how they come to conclusions and their opinions and things of that nature. All right, so let's move on to lastly, our water sign be the Pisces. They come to their broad conclusions by being the most adaptable people. All right, they soak up everybody's feelings in it, that's around them. All right, so they base things on their emotions, like other water signs. So they're very great or good at picking up on people's vibes and getting a great understanding where others are at emotionally, and they could very much connect with them emotionally, or match their vibes. All right, and any any scene or environment. So that's how they come to their broad conclusions, by just um, being 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 one, being empaths, and being like sinking in with others' emotions, just being able to match their emotions and understand how they're feeling. All right, so that's how the Pisces work, and that's how they're mutable and come to their conclusions. All right, so that's how these signs work on their specific modalities. All right, so this pretty much gives you an idea of their personalities, without having to go too deep into the sign, just by knowing they're cardinal, fixed, or mutable. These are main actions for them. All right, so hopefully this was some good info for y'all. Yeah, once again, it's crash course in astrology for those that are not hit. Peace.